Week 10 in the NFL was another week that just proves that we know nothing. We don't know which team is good. We don't know which team is bad. We don't know who's the MVP. We don't know who the biggest fraud is. There's so many questions, but thankfully we have some memes to watch and discuss them all over. So like the video, subscribe to the channel because we're getting started right now. Waking up and realizing Jonathan Taylor ended your fantasy week before it started. Yeah, man. JT dropping a casual 50 burger on your dome top. If I were to go up against Jonathan Taylor after him dropping 50 points, I don't even think I'd be upset. I think I'd just be like, okay, so I have the rest of my Sunday to do whatever I want because I will not be watching football. This guy right here, not watching the football game. No sirree, because I'm just like, okay, I already lost. I can chalk this week like Bill Belichick says. On to next week, baby. Voice crack. I love my life. Colts fans watching Sauce Gardner get cooked by Drake London.
Wait, get up! Get up! You got this! Get up!
I love this meme, bro. I get that Sauce Gardner, he's still a good player, right? No one's saying that he's not good, right? But in terms of the price that the Colts had to pay to acquire him, 2 first-round picks, he's not that good, okay? He's not 2 first round. If you want, Jonathan Taylor, 2 first round picks, okay, I understand that. Sauce Gardner, though, in the big 2025, no siree, cannot do that deal, brother. A Commanders fan jumped on the field. Wait, what? I have not heard anything about this. A Commanders fan jumped on the field to fight Lions long snapper Hogan Hatton after a heated exchange earlier in the game. Did this actually happen? Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, man, that was a great idea, bro. Real successful with that attempt. You're beefing with the long snapper? Out of all positions, the long snapper? The guy who's like least involved or like least important? That's crazy. I mean, I get it, man. If you were a Commanders fan and you're watching that game, the Lions, it was an absolute clobber fest. It was a beatdown. It was a certified spanking. But to have beef with the long snapper and then to the degree where you're charging the field and risking, like I'm guessing, jail time, at least a fine at the least, crazy, bro. You need therapy. Brian Daboll bringing out concussed Jackson Dart to start next week after watching Russell Wilson.
I can't believe it. It's working, told you. We're almost in the theater.
Dude, Drake and Josh, one of the most goated shows of all time. If you've never watched it, please watch it. You'll thank me later. But yeah, I mean, this is technically an old meme now. This is technically already an old meme because Brian Daboll just got fired. So, I mean, that just shows how fast and how cruel the NFL is because, dude, the Giants really think they're going to be better without Brian Daboll? Like, with what he had to work with, like all of the injuries, no Neighbors, no Scadaboo, now missing Jackson Dart. Like, what you really gonna improve with no Brian Daboll? So I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think firing Brian Daboll was a good or bad decision? Because I think it was bad. Because like I get they weren't really winning, but at least they were competitive. And like with what they had to work with, come on, dude, you're not gonna do much better than that. The Dolphins to the Bills today. I mean, that's kind of how it happened. 30-13, bro. 30-13 against the Dolphins, which we all thought their season was cooked, Tua actually played well. 8-Chan had a big game. Waddle did great. And Josh Allen struggled against the Miami Dolphins defense, which everyone thought was like a top 3 worst defense. And now they're kind of turning it around. So, like I said, I don't understand anything. It just makes no sense. I don't get it. Josh Allen watching NFL fans replace him with Drake May as their favorite quarterback. I just want to preface this. I like Drake May. I think he's a great quarterback. But the Drake May glaze is deserved. But a little too far. Okay, I gotta stick to my guns. It's a little bit too far, okay? He's great, bro. But when people say that he's better than Josh Allen already, I just don't know if I can go that far. I don't know if I can go that far. I think he has the potential to be as good as Josh Allen, maybe even better. But right now, I just still would rather have Josh Allen. You can hate on me all you want. That's my opinion. But regardless, the Drake May glaze it's well deserved, right? He's a great, young, exciting, up-and-coming quarterback who's leading the Patriots to like a dominant season. So if you want to say Drake May is the better quarterback, I still disagree with you. I think the Patriots are a better team than the Bills. I think that's more so the case. But Yeah, I mean, Drake May, he's a fan favorite. I love him. You love him. We all love him. Drake May. Crazy but true. Derrick Henry finally has more NFL rushing yards than high school rushing yards. Yeah, this is insane, bro. If you've seen Derrick Henry's like game logs in high school, dude, his coach was making him like run the ball like 30 plus times a game minimum. Like straight like child abuse where it's like, you're running this kid into the ground, sir? Maybe like give him a couple series off. Nope. Derrick, get your ass back in there. But yeah, 12,127 rushing yards in the NFL, 10 seasons. High school career, 12,000, bro, and 4. That's insane. In less than half the time. Now, granted, you know, NFL competition is way better than high school, obviously. But bro, Derrick, like, I can't even imagine playing against Derrick Henry in high school. Like, what would you even do, bro? You have like essentially Goliath on the other team. You want me to tackle him, bro? I got a geometry test, bro. I got an algebra test tomorrow. You want me to stop this 6'3" freak? No, bro. I gotta build my volcano for science class. I gotta go take some bugs for biology. Like, bro, if I'm that's a certified business decision if I'm in high school. Kyler Murray pausing Battlefield 6 to check how the Cardinals are doing without him.
Dude, I'm watching the stream while you try not to laugh, bro. That's disrespectful.
Okay, I think this is applying to the Seahawks game. But besides that, which was an absolute ass beating, but that's the Seahawks. Dude, I think Kyler Murray should be like nervous, bro. I think Kyler Murray has lost his job. Am I the only one that thinks that? Because Jacoby Brissett has been playing better than him, first off. Second off, he's just straight up healthy. And then third off, you've heard all these rumors about Kyler Murray possibly getting traded. The Cardinals are not going to pick up his contract next year. Like, bro, this meme's funny, but I don't think it's accurate because besides the Seahawks game, which anyone would have gotten their ass beat, doesn't matter who's behind center. Besides that, Kyler Murray's got to be a little worried because he may have played his last snap as a starting quarterback. You know, I doubt it, but it's possible. JJ McCarthy, when he sees a wide open Ravens defender.
Ride with you. You are going to break us down. You are going to break us down.
I mean, JJ McCarthy, he had a little bit of a stinker against the Ravens. I saw a lot of people calling JJ McCarthy a fake demon. Like, oh, like he calls himself 9. He gets into this like alter ego. I still think JJ McCarthy's a solid quarterback, but like, I don't think he's like that, bro. I don't think he's like what some people think he is. I mean, he's still a rookie, okay? Everyone, you know, pump the brakes whenever it's a rookie quarterback. You got to give him more than freaking half the season, but still. It was pretty crazy to see how bad he played. But you know what? There's still hope. Have some hope. Now on to one of the worst primetime games I think we've had all season. Like, this weekend was also, just side note, this weekend was so bad for primetime games. Broncos, Raiders, Steelers, Chargers, Packers, Eagles. All horrific games. But anyways, Mike Tomlin after another humiliating loss, but the Steelers are still on pace to finish 9-8. Hey man, if they finish 9-8, bro, if they have a plus 500 season, that's a dub in Steeler Nation, okay? Super Bowl aspirations? What? Playoff aspirations? Brother, what are you talking about? Just make sure we get a positive winning record, okay? Just above 500, that's the sweet spot for Steelers fans. So, I mean, yeah, like, they're not a great team, bro. They're okay. I'll give you that. They're okay, but yeah, I would not expect anything. If they make the playoffs, I'll be surprised. Aaron Rodgers got hit so hard, it morphed him into another person entirely. I saw this, bro. I couldn't even believe this. Bro. We were watching the game on stream, but I don't remember seeing this hit specifically, but like that... This doesn't even look like him. It's crazy, bro. He looks like I don't even know how to describe it. It just looks like a completely different person. It's kind of like scary, actually. But the Eagles' offensive line before the ball is even snapped.
Oh my gosh! Unbelievable! Oh my god!
Dude, they gotta call those penalties. Bro, the tush push, it's gone next year, bro. Like I've said this already multiple times in videos, but the tush push to the shadow realm next year, bro. Roger Goodell banishing that thing next year. Bro, there's been too many not called penalties on these false starts with the Eagles. So while I don't think it's fun that the NFL is like removing stuff from the game, if you're not going to call the penalties when they're clear penalties, you got to do something. So I think it's gotten to a point where it's like it's out of hand. So the NFL has to step in, and I would bet, I'll bet $20, 20 big ones, that the tush push is banned by next year. Matt LaFleur and Nick Sirianni coaching during Monday Night Football.
Do Muslims eat 30 days? Do Muslims eat 30 days? Do Muslims eat?
Dude, that meme always gets me. Yeah, man, that was like an actual, like what a master class is? That was a coaching disaster class because you had like insanely bad decision making. You had Nick Sirianni going for it on like 4th and 6. That could have, if that backfired, the Packers could have won that game, bro, at the very end in the 4th quarter. And then you had just horrific play calling from Matt LaFleur. Like, 2 of like the top, I like to think, top coaches in the NFL just have an absolute pillow fight, bro. Like, and it made sense because the game was horrific to watch. It was horrifically called, and there was horrific decisions. And one of those was deciding to watch that game. So, Brandon McManus descended to overtime. Bro, he had 2 attempts. He had one, and then I think there was either a flag or the Packers decided to go for it, and they couldn't advance the ball even more. So then he had a second attempt. Bro, both attempts from Brandon McManus. Why are the Packers still playing him, bro? He's coming off an injury, so I'm not gonna put all the blame on him. But like, bro, he's coming off injury. You have what's his name, Lucas Haversick? Like, remember the substitute teacher, the replacement kicker that the Packers had against the Cardinals, who hit a franchise-long field goal, like a 61-yarder, and they're like, let's go with the injured guy that keeps missing at least 1 field goal every game. That's a good decision, guys. Let's keep on playing the injured guy who keeps missing instead of the guy who just set a franchise record and hasn't missed. Yeah, that's a great idea. But that's all the memes I got for you for week 10. Another crazy week in the NFL. I mean, the amount of blowouts, the amount of upsets, just, I don't know, man. I couldn't tell if this was an amazing week or a horrible week. I think it was a combination of both because we had great games, we had horrific games. But you know what? Even bad football is better than no football, okay? And I'll stand by that. I'll die by those words. But yeah, I think that's it. If you liked the video, make sure to let me know by leaving a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, join our Discord down below. It's linked in the description. Would love to have you part of the community. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next video. See ya.